Hey, this is Primate here, and today I was going to show you how to use my tool Chwizzler to fix the texture channels for different rendering pipelines. In this use case, we'll be using Unity and fixing a terrain mask material for universal rendering pipeline, but these concepts apply for any rendering pipeline. You just have to apply the correct channels. Getting started here, we see that the terrain is rendering oddly. It has a large amount of specular highlight and gloss that is a rendering artifact of moving this terrain layer from its standard rendering pipeline to the universal rendering pipeline. We'll take a look at what textures we have available to us and see how we can fix this. When we look at the textures that we have available that create this layer, we see that we have a color texture, a height, normal, and an ORM texture. The ORM is occlusion, roughness, metallic, which we will use the height and the ORM to create our texture mask. Taking a look at the Unity documentation, we can see the respective channels that we need to use on our mask map texture to make the terrain render correctly. Next, we're going to take these textures and pull them into a nice clean folder in our Unity hierarchy, along with copying the terrain mask layer for later use. We will end up deleting some of these textures as they won't be needed after we are done with our Chwizzler conversion, but for now just grab the associated textures and bring them in. Once in Chwizzler, import the height and the ORM texture into the sources. Taking another quick glance at the Unity documentation, we see that the first channel we're worried about is the metallic channel. We know that this is on the ORM's green channel, so we select that from the drop down. And now we select a checkbox to set the output to the red. The next material channel that we are worried about is the ambient occlusion. That is on the red channel for the ORM, and we set that now to the green output. The next would be the height, which we have a black and white image representing that, so we can choose any channel we want, and we set that to the blue output. Now, the very final channel would be the smoothness. Because the ORM is a roughness value, we set the green roughness value to the alpha of the output and then invert it to convert it to smoothness. After saving the image, we go back into Unity and set the mask onto the texture layer, then go back to our terrain and replace that texture layer with our new fixed one. We will see instantly that the material now renders correctly. And that concludes how to use Chwizzler. I hope that you find this tool time-saving and useful. Other than that, it's Primate out.